Hi, my name's Mike Cook. I'm a teacher of computer science and I'm also a faculty head here at Wilberforce. I started at Wilberforce in September and before that I've been teaching for 14 years before that. I was really lucky, my degree was in computer science and electronic music, so I got both sides. And after my degree I went to work in a computer industry and got straight into it really as a software engineer. Okay, so computer science, I mean, as a subject, it's so relevant at the moment, and we all use it every day. We use apps, we use systems that are developed by computer scientists and software engineers. So it's really, really relevant. It's a really important sort of field to study, and I think there's lots of reports of there being a shortage of students in that area or of people with the digital skills necessary to develop those, because it's an ever-growing market. So we're basically, the idea of the course is to give you that theory and that grounding to help you go into that industry, and also and to go on. A lot of our students go on and study it further. So they go and study at university and continue to develop those skills. If you did it at GCSE, it's similar, but it is a jump up, it's a step up, it's slightly more technical detail, the theory is a bit harder, and we sort of push our programming further to develop bigger systems. So ultimately, a big part of it is programming, computer program. So we look at programming in Python here. However, we are open to, when you do your projects, that you can look at other languages as well and see how that works. But Python allows us to study all aspects of programming, and so not just our design and our basic programming skills and the fundamentals of programming, but it also allows us to look at things like object-oriented programming, and sort of more detailed, and how we link with sort of databases and stuff as well. So the programming is a big part of it. And then I always like to think alongside that we've got the theory of it as well. So we're looking at the way data is handled and data systems. Yes, we do. Yeah, as a faculty area, we run a lot of trips that are relevant, and we do have people coming in to talk about sort of developing, digital skills and everything as well. So that there's a lot coming up. This year's been a little bit difficult because of COVID. We've not really run that many things this year, but I'm really looking forward to next year getting quite a few initiatives going. Because I always think to do well at A-level, it's not just, you don't just study the course, it's what you do that's extra. So there's opportunities there for software development, like perhaps doing some projects with some external companies. There's a lot of things we can get our teeth into as well, and I think that's really important as an A-level student that you do those extra things. So yes, I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of those started next year. So once completing this course, I expect the majority of our students go on to study it further at university. A lot of our computer science students are just really into that sort of whole idea of programming and development and problem solving as well. So one of the best things to do is to go to university, where you can develop that further, you develop your skills more, and just your whole knowledge of the area. And also at university, you can obviously specialise a bit more in certain areas and stuff as well, which is really good, certain areas of interest. It's worth saying that on our course, 20% of the course is a project, and I love teaching this project because that's a project you can choose that you want to do. It's it's called an NEA project, a non-examined assessment, and you just get to choose an area of computer science that you're really interested in and develop a system for it. So it could be a system for an end user that they would use in their everyday lives. It could be an app, it could be a computer game, it could be investigating a particular area of theory that you're interested in computer science, such as big data or machine learning or something like that. So I mean that side of it, that really prepares you well for university study, because it allows you to sort of get a taste of that sort of thing that you do at university when you have your larger projects and your dissertations and things as well. So not all our students go on to university, the majority do, but you can go on and study it. You can go on to the world of work as well, because those software development skills that you get on the course do set you up to, ideally, if you wanted to go and work for a local business, you will be able to go to an interview and talk about software design and your sort of knowledge of it and your programming knowledge with confidence. So for the summer prep work, it's about getting you ready for the course and starting to get you used to some of the things that we'll be doing on the course, really. And then that's all due in for September, when you come back at the first lesson back in September. So the first task I'd like to do is a bit of a vision thing, really. I'd just like to talk about an area of computer science that you're particularly interested in. And that could be gaming, it could be an area of theory, it might be just a programming sort of like challenge or something that you've done, just something that's really interests you. And that's perhaps an area that you might want to work in as well. That would be really good. And then the rest of the work is kind of like, it's programming based, really. There's some terminology that you need to identify, like some terms and stuff, so that you're getting used to the words that we'll be using throughout the course. But then after that, it's kind of like getting used to programming in Python. So I've set you a couple of tasks to using an online IDE and getting going on Python. You're going to start to develop some programming tasks, and there's little exercises for you to do. So it will really set you off on the front foot starting the course as you do these tasks and get ready for the course to start in September.